All right, we are live. What's going on, guys? Oh, give me a second. All right, can you guys hear me? Make sure we got everything set up. All right, let's do this. All right, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna wait for people to come in, and we'll go ahead and get started with the live today. Man, what a day! If you guys haven't seen my video already from today, go check it out before you tune into the live, because man, uh, people never stop amazing me. I'll tell you that. People are really, really, really interesting. For those of you guys joining in, welcome. I hope all of you guys are doing well. Oh, what a day. Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. Perfect. All right. Let me get this up here. Make sure I got the feed up. We're good. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Hope everybody's doing well. What a time. What a time we live in. Hey, this is Dex Arms. I just have a new account. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. How's it going? I hope all you guys are doing well. Like I said, we'll give it a couple minutes and we'll go ahead and get started with the live today. And I apologize in advance, guys. I know there's a ton of cruise news going on right now. I will get back to it. I'm probably going to end up doubling down, do 2 videos tomorrow so I can catch up. But yeah, I had to get my that video that I made, had to get it off my chest because there is so much going on in just like the travel industry and then around the world right now. I think that everything that's happening right now affects cruising in some way, shape, or form, especially when we're talking about travel. So here we are. I think it's important to be talked about. Wanza from St. Petersburg, Florida. What? Every time I get on a live, I find out somebody's from Florida somewhere, Tampa or St. Pete. Nobody ever contacts me. I guess I don't have any friends. You know, nobody ever asks if I want to go to lunch or anything like that. I live in Tampa. Wanza. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Like I said, guys, we'll wait for people to come in. We'll go ahead and get started, and we'll go from there. Man, I'm irritated today. I really am. There's just so much going on right now, and the comments that I saw in my video and the one I did last, it just really it really irked my nerves. It's just crazy what people's perspective on everything that's going on is. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that's right, but man, like people they're so stuck where they are in their mindset that they can't even think to keep themselves everything open to opinion and their perspectives open. It doesn't make any sense to me. We'll give like 1 more minute, guys. We'll go ahead and get started. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's staying safe. Social distancing, all that other good stuff. What a day. And by the way, as you guys are coming in, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, I'd appreciate it. It just lets YouTube know that this is going on and it'll promote it to more people. So if you guys wouldn't mind, I think we only got, like 50 people in so far. If you guys can hit the like button, I'd really, really appreciate it. What's up, Daryl? How's it going? Yeah, the live stream yesterday it was fun. It was random, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, this stuff that's going on is really getting out of hand. I don't care what anybody says. I think it needs to be restructured. All these travel bans and restrictions and everything, it does not make sense to me how everything is going. It doesn't. What's that? Millie, she says she's in London in bed. I won't be in London, but I will be going overseas this week. So that's the plan. Largo, a lot of people around here. Do you think cruising is going to make a comeback soon? I have online travel. I have an online travel agency, and this hurts. Yeah. Okay. Look, this is the whole point of my video this is the whole point of the live that I'm doing now. People don't understand that there are other things outside of or within travel that don't just involve everybody wanting to go on a cruise or a vacation. I don't think there's a lot of people that don't understand that. Like today, I did my video. And people not a lot of people, but between the video I did yesterday and the video I did today, and I see it all the time. People are always saying, "Oh, I don't understand why everybody is always talking about cruising. The last thing everybody should be thinking about is cruising." Blah blah blah. I get it. Yeah, people want to travel. I mean, honestly, we all want to get out and do stuff, which is understandable, right? We can't sit in the house all day. But people don't think about the other people that are involved. I have something on my chin. They don't think about the other people that are involved in the actual like space in this type of industry. There's so many people that are depending on cruising, that are depending on airlines, that are depending on being able to contact their loved ones. And I think that's so like that alone is getting lost in translation for a lot of people. And it's a shame. It really is. I appreciate you, but cruising is 80% of my business. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, technically, it's my business too, right? This is a business. YouTube is a business, right? Thankfully, I'm still able to sit here and I can give you guys content, and I'm still able to make revenue from it to survive. You know, if I had just been still working on cruise ships and I had been dancing full time and doing entertainment, which was also affected, I would have been in a very bad space. You know, and that I'm thankful for it. I really am. So I'm sorry to hear for anybody that has been affected by this whole thing and all the industries that have been shut down, because it kind of seems like it was a raffle. And given, I get it, the COVID is not discriminating against specifically one person or another intentionally, but I'm talking about the way it's being handled by the governments. It doesn't make any sense how everything is going down. It doesn't add up. It really doesn't. You know, like I was saying, if all of this is being justified by what's going on with the test, the PCR test that everybody is taking, why aren't they using that as a base to say, all right, well, if we wanted people to go back to normal, all they got to do is get a test. Even if it was every day, every other week or whatever, they could do it that way. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Is this a new one for the day? Watched the one earlier. Yeah, this is a live stream, Kathleen. This is a live stream. The other one was like an actual video upload that I like edited and stuff like that. I haven't been able to see my daughter since the end of August, and she lives 30 minutes away from me. Where do you live? How's that happening? How's that possible? I mean, I get the situation. And it's like that's happening on a broader scale, right? I tell people that I want to go see my girlfriend that I've been with for years, and people are like, oh, you got to suck it up and do this and do that. However, on the flip side, those people are probably the type of people that have their whole family either in the same state or in the same area. And, you know, like they don't have their core, like they don't have to worry about their core people that they are around not being around, like their kids or whatever. You know what I mean? And I think everything is getting so lost in translation. It like, who has ever talked about with the travel bans? Why haven't they made some type of exception for people that have immediate family? That I don't understand. This has gone on for over a year now, and people haven't been able to see their children. They haven't been able to see their girlfriend because they're not married, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't understand. I don't. What additional ships do you think Carnival might sell? We'll talk about that in a little bit because I want to get everybody else involved. I have some assumptions, but I do want to know what people are thinking about as far as the ships. Obviously, the smaller ones, the older ones. But we'll talk specifics later on in the video. I want to get this stuff out of here because I'm tired of making my videos, which there's nothing I can do about it, right? I got close. I'm working up to 50,000 subscribers. Tens of thousands of people look at my videos when I upload. So naturally, there are always going to be people that are going to be hating, or they're going to feel some kind of way that I may not agree with and other people may not agree with. So I understand that fact. But the fact that people are so lost and so ingrained into the pandemic and that people are dying, like people don't die for many other reasons every day, you know, it blows my mind. It baffles me. It really does. The mask didn't do anything. Second wave, it's time to move on. If you're scared, stay home. That is what I'm saying. I mean, I get it. You can't put the science aside, even though science has changed over and over and over again, right? But there is no structure. There is no organization. I know personally because I live in Florida. Everything is open. We are having the Super Bowl this weekend. Millions and millions of people are literally coming here right now. Right now. You know what I mean? Like people are trying to justify, like, oh, well, we got to do this and this and this. I'm like, okay, so why is Florida completely open and California isn't, and other states aren't, and Florida is open, and the bars are open, and people are still free to go play tonsil hockey at the club and hook up with whoever they want and everything else. And I'm not saying like that's right or wrong. Whatever, people do what they do. I'm just saying if you're gonna close, close. If you're gonna open, right? If it's not working, then figure something else out. This whole thing of kind of locking down and all these half measures that are being taken advantage of right now, it doesn't make sense because it's been counterproductive. We've had a full year and no changes whatsoever. Actually, it's worse. And now there's a new strain coming out. This doesn't make any sense. So I want to get on here because I think it's crazy that people have this mindset that everybody just wants to cruise. I get it. I want to cruise. I'm not going to lie. I mean, yeah, of course. Life is short. I want to get on a cruise. But this is bigger than just cruising. And I think people need to wake up and understand that. Like, there's so many other things that are happening. People have not been reunited with their families. People have lost their job. People don't have any money. People don't have any food. It's insane that people think that it's solely just about personal needs, right? And even if it was, that doesn't make a difference. The fact that I want to go to France and see my girlfriend that I've been with for years because I miss her doesn't make me a bad person. You know, I don't understand the idea that that's somehow wrong and selfish. I'm allowed, even if it is selfish, I'm allowed to be selfish. You know, I just think it's insane what's happening right now. Hold on, this was a ton of comments. Hey Jay, have you mentioned? Let me see. Anything about Port of Galveston? I keep checking, nothing mentioned at all. No, there's no update about Port Galveston. Honestly, when it comes to cruising, guys, if cruising is going to start in the United States this year, it is going to be almost guaranteed. Port of Miami is going to be the #1 focus, and Port Canaveral is going to be the secondary focus. And as far as the third, I would assume maybe, and I mean maybe, you're talking about Galveston, maybe New Orleans, maybe California. That's how it's probably going to play out. I couldn't see it going any other way. New York is probably going to be one of the last places, and all the other ports. I love my home in Florida. I love Florida too. Florida's cool. It's a nice little base. It's not bad. It's not bad. When you said DFA last night, oh, that was from Scott. Let's see. If vaccines are mandatory for cruising, will you take one? I won't be in a rush, to be honest. I like I said, I say it in my videos all the time. I'm not an anti-vaxxer whatsoever, right? But I question everything. The fact that this vaccine came out so quickly and they're trying so hard to push it, it makes me wonder. They haven't tried once to say everybody drink orange juice for vitamin C. They haven't told everybody to exercise to take care of themselves. Meanwhile, they're still letting everybody eat McDonald's and everything else. So no, I'm a little skeptical. I'm not going to be in a rush to take it. You know, I want to see how it all plays out, because theoretically, let's say I take the vaccine. These pharmaceutical companies are not liable. Let's say I get cancer, which I hope I don't. I get cancer 3 years from now, and they're able to trace it back saying that it was the vaccine, right? Let's say I end up having, it goes to terminal, right? I don't care what kind of lawsuit I win. I am going to die because of this situation. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be drastic, but that's the reality of the situation. It's crazy. AJ, without being rude or cold-hearted, we know enough about the virus, how to avoid it, etc. I feel less sympathy for the people who are catching it now. I do too. You know, guys, my mom has had it. My friends have had it. I know plenty of people that have had it. And you know what they told me? Oh, well, I had trouble. You know, I couldn't smell anything and I couldn't taste anything. But other than that, I was it. You know, I just think there needs to be some changes. There really does, because this doesn't make sense. It's not adding up anymore. I mean, I've said since day one, there's always something else going on. You don't let a pandemic go to waste. Let's see. You got a new software display in the messages. Looks nice. Yeah, I'm working with this new app. It's not an app, it's new software called StreamYard. So you can do cooler stuff. So hopefully I can like update my live streams and have like sounds and all this other cool stuff soon enough. Whenever I actually get a chance to kind of play with it. Let's see. In Florida, 550 people per million are sick. Manitoba, where I live, are 117 per million sick. That's a big difference. Yeah, I get that. I get that's a big difference, right? But at the same time, there needs to be organizations, all I'm saying. You can't keep Florida open and let people from other places like Canada and everywhere else, if you're over in Manitoba, they're allowed to come to Florida right now, right? That doesn't make sense, because all it's doing is it's counterproductive. You can't open one place, close another, open the bar in one place, close another, and then expect things to fall in line and, you know, work out. It's not, it doesn't work out that way. I get there's a spike here in cases, but if I go to the club tonight, it's going to be packed. I'll tell you that right now. If I go down the street because everybody's here for the Super Bowl, it's going to be packed. There needs to be more organization about how this is getting handled. End of story. Not a state by state. Every state in the United States is basically its own country right now. Tell me I'm wrong. And nobody ever talked about building immunity. That's what I'm saying. When did they ever say eat fruit? When did they ever say go cook your own food? Not once. 9 million inoculations so far in the United Kingdom, split Pfizer and Oxford. That's great. That's great. I mean, I'm not against the vaccine. I want this to be over. However, you know, I hope people don't have side effects. But this whole situation is so disorganized. It doesn't make sense. Hey Dave, AJ, do you think we will for sure know aliens really do exist this year? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I listened to a call yesterday, and it was literally like 2 a.m. between Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla, and this I don't even know this idiot's name, the CEO of Robinhood. He looks like looks like Kylo Ren from Star Wars. They were having a conversation on this app, and Elon Musk was talking about it, saying, talking about space and aliens and this and that. It was crazy. Really, really interesting to watch or listen to. Let's see. Let me get back here. Sorry, guys. I got to play catch up here. New York to London could be nice, especially in the especially UK and US are leaders in vaccination. Yeah, it could be, but that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be isolated areas. This thing needs to get handled. It needs to be organized and structured, not everybody trying to figure it out one by one. Who knows what the vaccine is going to do to you years down the line? That's what I'm saying. I've been saying it for months. Long term, nobody knows what's going to happen. And I think that's something that people really, really need to take into consideration. Trying to achieve 60 to 70% immunity herd, then we'll be free. That's what they say all the time, right? It's always, oh, if we do this, X, Y, and Z, this will happen, and this will happen if we do this. And it's kind of hard to believe anything anymore, right? Remember, I said today, like, we said at first we were going to lock down, right? 2 weeks. Isn't that what it was? A couple weeks, or then it became a couple months, and now it's become a year. And right, look at these flight cancellations. It's coming to America, right? One thing that I've been very transparent about, because at one point, for those of you guys that have been with me for the past couple months, especially like the last year, it seemed like I was always kind of ahead of everything going on. It wasn't that. I just pay attention to what's going on around the world. I'm well traveled. I have friends literally in Australia, Russia, Ukraine, Slovakia, you name it, right? And I talk to these people regularly. And because I talk to them regularly, I see what's going on. And based off of what's happening in other places, especially if you start seeing stuff spread and multiply, you can assume it's going to come here to the United States. You see all these travel bans happening. It's only a matter of time, and it's probably going to happen this month, in the next 2 weeks, that they're going to implement a stricter travel ban, stricter somewhat of a lockdown here in the United States. It's only a matter of time. Say, what's up, Scott? So as a crew member, I'm only submitting to Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, because they got the one-shot deal going on. Yeah. There's no long-term data or RNA vaccines that bothers me. Yeah, these companies that are popping out of the woodwork, Moderna and all, they don't. What have they made before this? So I don't want to make this whole topic about the vaccine, because I'm not a virologist, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. But I'm just saying, I think all of this is strange. You question everything. They're using HIV in the vaccines. It's a control, but still being used. People are getting false HIV positive. Wow. I don't know how true that is, but if that's true, man, like, geez. Our test centers in New Mexico, I guess it's New Mexico, right? Cannot have the results back within 72-hour requirement. How in the world can anybody wants to travel get tested for the results and back for air travel? That's a question. That's a good question. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's a lot. So much going on. Give me a second, guys. Lost my place here. France has one of the strictest lockdowns in Europe by order of President Mecca, whatever. I don't know the guy's name either. Curfews and travel bans for non-EU citizens. Yeah, so I got my work cut out for me for the next couple of days, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'll talk about it later on, but I am leaving probably this weekend to head over to Europe. I'd rather be on a cruise than in a casino. Nobody cares. Yeah, your temperature and you're in. What? Yeah. I live in Tampa, guys. We got the Super Bowl this weekend. We got casinos all over the place. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. Just like the Black Panther action figure in the back. Oh, thanks. My son gave it to me. Yeah, I try to keep it there. Whatever this pandemic is, it's just about 10 to 12% increase in mortality among seniors mostly. Yeah. 3 million Americans dying every year because of other reasons. That's what I'm saying. I don't like to try to compare and say, oh, well, the flu is worse than this and this. But the point is, people are going to die regardless, right? Unless I could see if this was something like, some other sickness, like what was that one? I forgot the name of it. People were bleeding out of their eyes and stuff, Ebola. And I could see if it was that. But come on, let's be real here. Like, the people that are most vulnerable need to stay inside. And whoever feels unsafe needs to stay inside. And we need to get the economy back up and running. End of story. Because the backlash of the economy not running is going to be far worse, in my opinion, at least from what we've seen so far, than this virus that we're dealing with. Let's see, Justin, when you use other people's ideas, do you give them credit in that video? I haven't used anybody's ideas. The only thing that you might see that's similar is maybe news, because we all have this. I mean, honestly, if it's not something that we're getting as far as an inside source, we get all our media stuff that from these articles online. So I haven't used anybody's stuff, not once. I mean, if somebody thinks I have, let me know what you're talking about. I'll find it, and if I'm wrong, then yeah, of course I'll give the credit. But I haven't used anybody's stuff. But yeah, if I did, yeah, but obviously, if somebody like Tony or Don or whatever, if they used something that I thought was interesting, yeah, I'd give them the credit for it, for sure. You know, so but that's given. If somebody talks about something, right, because it's not the same. If Don talks about something one day and Tony talks about something one day, but it's news, right, and it's something that can't be found online, yeah, they're going to get the credit for it. But if it's something that I already had streamed up on Google, right, when I looked it up and it's there and I just didn't talk about it that day, I'm not going to say, oh well, they were first to find it, even though I saw it. I just didn't want to talk about it that day. I'm not going to give them credit for it. It just depends. It really depends. Let's see. Justin, how about the MSC Magnifica operations? I forgot the date, but I think it's supposed to start to resume operations at the end of this month. I got to look into that. Like I said, there's going to be a ton of cruise updates tomorrow, and I'll be sure to update everybody. I know I had a little rant today, but I had to get that out of my system. See, Deb, thank you, Jay, for the live streams. You always go by your info and keep up with cruising news. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. The mask wearing. Oh, give me a second, pull it up. The mask wearing on a cruise is super confusing. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be. Look at the restaurants. Understand a ship is a mode of transportation, but it's basically a hotel on water. It shouldn't apply, especially when laying in the sun. You might be right. It's just because precaution, right? That's just because of everything that's already happened on cruise ships. They want to play it safe. So I understand, but I also understand your point too. Australia and New Zealand have no virus, and now restrictions whatsoever. No restrictions whatsoever. Yeah. So you see, that's what I'm saying. Where's the communication? Why isn't the U.S. talking to China? Because apparently, even though the virus originated there, there's no cases. You're not talking to China. You're not talking to Australia. Why? What's the problem here? Right? Do you guys, is everybody, like, are these countries so bitter? The people in charge, are they so bitter? Are they so spiteful at each other that they can't figure out how to stop a worldwide pandemic so we can get everything back to normal? That doesn't make sense if you think about it, right? Do these countries? I know there's some out there that have gone to war and never, found peace. But are things so bad between these countries around the world that they can't say, "Hey, we figured out how to get rid of this thing," and they can't communicate and say, talk to Bob and say, "Hey, look, we figured that out. We're going to tell you guys how to do it." What's the issue? This isn't a competition. That's what bothers me the most, right? No organization, no collaboration, nothing going on. And it's sad. They are changing the world for the virus that has a mortality rate of 0.02%. Get me started. Man, this is, I'm telling you, just in my opinion, this whole thing has gotten blown out of proportion, right? I'm not saying that it's not deadly. I get people are dying, right? But just because somebody dies in a car accident, we haven't made any changes to cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to use the comparison, but it's also true. Like, it sucks to use the comparisons, but it's also very, very valid to say that as well, right? Cigarettes. Very, very few institutions have made a change to cigarettes. Now, no, don't get me wrong. I'll smoke a cigarette every now and then. I'm not gonna lie. I need to stop, to be honest with you, so I don't get dead. But my point is, none of these things have changed. So why is this thing in this pandemic so much more special to the point to where they have to stop people from working and stop people from being able to travel and go see their families and do what they need to do to survive when they are not helping people survive? It doesn't make sense. Hey, Jay, why can't the U.S. act as one and have the same restrictions everywhere? That is what I'm saying. I've been saying this literally since last year. I've been saying it. The disorganization it baffles me. How does Florida not communicate with New York or wherever? Go find out which state, even if you can't communicate internationally, right? Go find out which state has the lowest case of virus, right? And find out what they're doing. And then you just copy that. You just copy and repeat. That's it. Copy and paste. They're overcomplicating this, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't add up. It really doesn't. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting again. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's crazy. It really is. And I hope that maybe sometime this year we can get back to some idea of normal, right? Because the cruise industry is, yes, Carnival can survive, Royal Caribbean can survive, their subsidiaries can survive. But the more we see these, you guys gotta understand, the more we see these cruise ships get sold off, that's less jobs for the people that are in these developing countries. Right? That's less opportunity that they're going to have to be able to make money. People in the Philippines, people in South America, all over the place are now losing jobs every time a cruise ship is sold off. And you're talking about potentially hundreds, if not thousands of jobs per ship that's gone. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry if I keep turning around, guys. I gotta keep checking my feed because the stream on here is slower than my computer, which is really strange. But hey, whatever. What are you gonna do? Let me see. Maybe it'll update on here. No, I guess not. Let's see. Mary Lou, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I think I missed one too. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Wade Colbert, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you. As I always appreciate the super chats. It really does mean a lot. You have no idea what you guys supporting my channel. By the way, I am gonna make a Patreon soon. It's probably gonna be like $3 or $5 a month or whatever, but I'm gonna give you guys like content that I can't give you here on YouTube. So just stay tuned for that. It's definitely coming. Let's see. I gotta catch back up. More people die from COVID than Ebola. Yeah, I get that. I get that because they were able to contain Ebola. Ebola was a different time and it was contained. I get that. Let's see. How about MSC Magnificent operation scheduled to start this month? Yeah, it's scheduled to start. I forgot the exact date. It's scheduled to start at the end of the month of February, I believe. So I will be updating everybody on that stuff tomorrow. Let's see. The politicians don't want to be looked at as the bad guys. Of course not. Of course not, because politicians. If you guys ever listen, I reference this guy all the time. Look at George Garland, right? May he rest in peace. He said it the best. These politicians are literally just here to give us the illusion that we have these rights and freedoms, because there's so much inner workings, so much corrupt inner workings going on that we couldn't even wrap our mind around it if we really knew. That's just the truth, and that's not a conspiracy. Who is that? Sunny Travels? I'm using your name? What do you mean? How am I using your name? I'm confused. Give me a second, guys. Let me get back down to the stream. On the dark web, you can find conversations about the virus, and it's perfect excuse for the Great Reset. Well, I mean, guys, there's a lot happening. I'll put it that way. I've never been on the dark web, but there's a lot happening. So much. Let's see, Dax, Mr. Stream's glad I'm back. Oh, I'm glad to have you back. I appreciate you. Let's see. Agree, a little too late. Where is the super chat button? It should be like down, like if you can, where you can write. It should be on like the bottom left. Should be. Let's see. Also, I think Quantum of the Seas should totally count as test sailings for Royal Caribbean. I agree. That's fair. I definitely agree. That is fair. Let's see. This is what happens when America is absent from the international scene. Yeah. Okay. I had to refresh my stream. Sorry, guys. If you guys are still here, could you maybe write something? Can you see me? Let me see. Let me go back to these streams and okay, Ebola, blah blah blah. What's that? Almost 500,000 suicides in the U.S. What, in a year? Huh. Let me see. No, I just have to reset my live. So can you guys, let me see if we got new comments. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Let me go back. I want to try and play catch up here because for some reason my stream on the phone wasn't updating. Hey Jay, do you think cruising won't come back until 2022? I was actually gonna make a video talking about that. The first person that actually brought that up, the idea of that, was Traveling with Bruce, and he got a lot of flack for it. A lot of people were really, really angry about that. But the truth was, I mean, you can see right now that even up until this point, that's a strong possibility. Even last year, when I said that cruising may not come back until 2021, guys, you cannot rule anything out. You can't rule anything out anymore. You can't. There's a lot of things that can happen, a lot of things that are going to happen. You know? What's that? Inventions expired. Thank you so much for what you do. I understand you're an entertainer on board. What are you going to do up until sailing resumes? Oh, I mean, even up until this point, I haven't been working on ships. Honestly, I just grind. Like, I have my YouTube channels, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I make enough money even off this channel to work full time. So, but in between that, I still do shows here on land. I do Uber on the side. I do car detailing. I guess a jack of all trades. I run around. I don't really believe in like a 9 to 5, to be honest. There's too many money. There's too much money to be made. So, and then there's other skills that I build as well. So yeah, I mean, I would like to do like speaking events at one point, or maybe one day. But yeah, that's what I do. So I have a couple of different jobs that I do. So I'm not really worried about going back to the ship. It's not my concern. Let's see. Oh, Eleanor, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Excellent content. Got it. Thanks. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Good. You guys see me. Let's see. How is MSC able to pull it off? That's, again, no communication. No communication, right? They need to communicate. Somebody needs to talk to Carnival or whoever. I mean, I don't know. They could be talking on the back end, right? For all we know. Carnival could be talking to MSC, Royal Caribbean could be talking to MSC, MSC could be reaching out to them and saying, hey, look, here's our formula, or there could be no communication at all. We just don't know. Adventures expired. Adventures expired. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Guys, I really love these super chats. It really goes a long way. I swear I'm going to get like something cool, like a horn or something like that for it to automatically pop up on this whenever there's a super chat. But I got to figure it out because I'm not the most tech savvy person at all. How about other MSC cruise ships operating? I think right now they're only focusing on the Magnifica and the Grandiosa for now. I think I have to look that up. Like I said, guys, I got to do an update. I know there's something that came out with MSC today, so I'm going to do an MSC update tomorrow, and then we can just kind of go from there. Because Grandiosa has been sailing, they've done a successful cruise already, and they're going to continue to do so, hopefully. Eleanor Brown, thank you so much for the super chat. Just waiting for our May 2nd NCL Encore Alaskan cruise to be canceled. Oh man, sorry to hear that. We checked our website last night, and our cruise is no longer for sale. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean, all this stuff it's gonna all happen on the back end. You know, that's just how it's going to be. Like, we don't hear about it until like the last possible second, but you know, they're gonna either delete it or they're gonna tell the travel agents first, and then we hear it. Same with this pandemic. Did the CDC honestly care enough about cruising to come back? Not really. No, definitely not. Not the CDC. Heck no. That's the last thing on their mind. I have a 9-day cruise booked on the Oasis ending of July. I wonder if it's still going to happen. July is going to be cutting it close. I'll tell you that with everything going on right now. I doubt it at this point. I doubt it. I really, really do. I would hope so, but who knows at this point? Let's see. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and CDC all need to get in one room and hash it out. No other way it works. I agree. Like I said, who knows? Who knows? Like I said, guys, there could always be something going on the back end that we just don't hear about. We just don't know about. So I leave all that stuff open to interpretation. They're not telling the general public, but they could be hashing it out. You know what I mean? Who knows? They could be really like hashing it out, like fighting, and say, look, whoever wins, we can start cruising if we win, and if you don't, we'll delay another month. It's a joke, but yeah, I'm just playing. Let's see. I heard that Pierre Francesco Vago, isn't like the CEO of MSC, will now be leading CLIA. Huh? Really? Is there like a link to that? Where'd you find that? Is it like available online? I gotta look that up. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and I'm gonna look it up after this. Because if that's true, the game might be changed. That'd be cool. Yeah, guys, if you're here and you're just chilling, make sure you smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. I really would. You said you heard from Tony. What, from La Lita Loca? What did he say that in a video? Let me know. Can you please tell me the travel rules in Carnival? What do you mean? Like, what specifically? What kind of travel rules do you want? This thing keeps like randomly updating every time I'm trying to read it. When did Tony say that? Was that in like the latest video that he did? Because I'm gonna go check that out after this if that's true. Because if it is, man, let's see. I sent you the email this morning. I wrote some minutes for you of a meeting. Oh, really? Oh, my bad. I gotta check that out. I'll check it out after this. A meeting I attended with Royal Caribbean. Oh, okay, yeah, I did see that you sent me that email. I do gotta read it. I'll respond back to you. I was asking earlier last night during your live stream, a comment was made by another YouTuber about if it could be possible for a cruise line. Oh, wow, hold on. For a cruise line to visit other cruise lines' private islands. Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, I don't see why cruise lines wouldn't entertain that idea if they aren't somehow able to get to, let's say, their other regular ports of call. I don't see why not. I could see that being a possibility. Not guaranteed, but it would give cruisers an option. You know, so who knows? Who knows? Let's see. I have a cruise June 6th with NCL out of Amsterdam, and I'm not feeling very confident. I totally agree with you on everything. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't either. There's just so much going on right now, so much uncertainty. Love your content. Thanks. Really, really loving live content. Very interactive. Yeah, I do my best to try to interact with everybody. When I make my Patreon, though, I'm going to be giving everybody a lot more content, a lot more like the secret stuff that I hear. If you guys knew how many emails I get, how much video footage I get of stuff going on cruise ships, I'll be able to share that on Patreon. So just look out for that. Let's see. I'm writing off my Virgin Voyages cruise in July. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we haven't heard from Virgin. They've been kind of MIA lately. I had to look up, maybe see what's going on with them. Let's see here. Especially given the fact that as long as people are wearing the mask and staying social distance, parks can be open, Disney World open, and if they do that, they should be able to cruise. Yeah, I mean, cruising is only different on the fact that you'll be stuck on the ship for a week, right? If somebody goes to the park, even if they caught it at the park, tracing it back, it'd be possible, but they're like, oh, okay, well, you were here, we're like a half a day versus being on a ship for a week. Somebody gets on there and it could be a whole nother problem. Especially if somebody has the virus early, like out early on and has been spreading it for the entire cruise, it could be a problem. So I understand your point, but I also understand like the point of why they can't have cruising based off of that. I think Tom Brady stays one more year and goes out on top. Yeah, Tom Brady will probably do one more year. Why not? If they win the Super Bowl. Let's see. CDC has it in for cruise lines. They really don't like it when cruise comes back because of norovirus. I agree. Now, when the coronavirus, they're not even being considered, especially since they are not a U.S. company. Yeah, they don't have a horse in the race. They don't. So that's going to be natural. People are trying to say, well, cruise lines this, cruise lines that. Well, the truth is, they're not organized here in the United States. And the CDC, they always got to deal with these norovirus cases and whatnot. So, and then they don't cruise lines haven't had a good reputation, other than being fun, right, environmentally and whatnot. So this is a crappy time for them for sure. I'm sure at this point they're probably wishing they had already been like organized in the United States because they would have got a lot more help. Let's see. Not saying that that's right or wrong, but you get my point. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, July won't happen. I don't think so. Do you think cruise lines would ever entertain the idea of all-inclusive? Yeah, definitely would. It would bring money and allow for some future cruise credit to be used. Yeah, I think so. Wasn't Virgin doing that? I think they were doing all-inclusive. They were changing the game. There still has to be some pressure on CDC from Florida and Alaska officials. Yeah, I can almost guarantee it, probably. Travel rules because of COVID, and if the vaccines are going to be required before cruising or anything like that. I'm somebody who has disability and have had COVID but survived it. There's going to be a lot of rules for sure, a lot of changes and whatnot, and there's going to be a lot of exemptions and non-exemptions and blah, blah, blah. And we just don't know until they actually happen. Man, all right, give me a second, guys. I'm trying to catch up with these. Let's see. I've got a cruise on NCL to Alaska. Can't believe they are sending crew home, but not canceling our cruise yet. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. That's a very, very, very good point. Again, they want to hold on to the money. That's just the reality. Call it greed. Call it what you want. It's business. That's how it works. That's how it works. Let's see. LOL. People. The CDC doesn't have it in for anything except extending life and controlling disease. All countries have similar restrictions at the same COVID levels, nothing personal. No, on one hand, I agree that you are right. I definitely agree. But the thing is, there was some form of communication for them to implement the CDC framework for conditional sailing, which of course didn't help the situation. I get it. Maybe they just decided to put that framework in to calm everybody down for a little bit. It was temporary. But I mean, yeah, the CDC, they do have it out for cruising. That's a fact. And I understand why. Cruise lines aren't incorporated here. They got the norovirus situation. There's always something happening. So, and I get your point, though. I really do. Because, yeah, cruising's not really happening in a lot of places. However, you got places like Asia, that's the exception. You got places like the Mediterranean, that's the exception. Italy. So, yeah. You got to take that into consideration. Let's see. I think part of it with causing is punishing the cruise lines for not being based in the United States. That could be a possibility. You never know, guys. You really never know what could be going on in the back end. I swear, like there could be so much stuff happening that people just don't know about, like me and you, and who knows? Who knows? Let's see here. The CDC see cruising as a boat of fun, not business, so they don't understand it's people's lives. I think that's a message across the entire world and here in the United States. People hear and they see my channel and they see what I'm talking about and they think I'm just talking about cruising when they don't understand that we're talking about lives right now, people's livelihoods. yeah, people want to cruise, but people also want to get back to work on cruise ships. And I think that's an argument to be made as well, because a lot of people have lost literally everything. So, I mean, that's an argument to be made. Let's see, Scott, I keep forgetting to put these up here. Until the new CDC director thinks people should be able to travel, which she is saying right now people shouldn't, we're not cruising. The CDC has the jack boot. I like that. Jack boot on the throat of the industry. Yeah. Oh yeah. The industry has been brought down to its knees for sure. Let's see. CLIA Europe, Australia is providing travel agents with online training to educate them in the cruise industry's response to COVID, and the healthy sail panel protocols will support cruisings in the future. I mean, case in point, things are going to change. There's going to be new health and safety protocols. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be happening for cruising before we even start. A lot of people aren't going to like it. Some people will, but that's just the reality. Things are going to change. It's inevitable. I love how you explain things, even where people with disabilities can understand. Thank you. I do my best. I mean, I guess I'm just a normal person like everybody else. I just one thing I can pride myself on, not trying to be like cocky or anything. I have common sense, and common sense isn't common, guys. So, and I think that beats brains any day of the week. So let's see. Like an all-inclusive resort owned by cruises, do you think they would ever consider opening something like that? I could see that maybe down the line. For all we know, they could have been planning that within the next 10 years. Who knows? It would only make sense for them to have a resort, and maybe the ship could sail somewhere. They could have a week of resort or whatever the case is, and then sail back. That would be extremely lucrative for the cruise lines. I could see that happening. That would be amazing. Had to reschedule my Virgin cruise for 2022. Oh, to 2022. I could see that happening. That's all going to keep happening. This whole lift and shift and all that stuff. It's going to continue to happen. Let's see. I need your information to donate money. Always miss the live chats. Therefore, I'm listening later. Well, you can do the super chat, but if you want to use like Cash App or anything like that, my email is going to be in my videos. I can give you the sources and links to that as well, which I'd really appreciate, because I'm getting ready to go to Europe and I don't know what's going to happen. I might end up being stuck in Ireland, which I have friends over there, but there's a battle going on. If you guys don't know, but there's two sides of Ireland, South Ireland and Northern Ireland. And my friend Lisa was telling me, which I did a video, by the way, if you guys never saw her, one of my good friends I work with on the ship, she's telling me she might not be able to even see me if I go over to Ireland, because I'm on the southern side and there's like the wall. So yeah, I might end up having to pay for an Airbnb until like I go back home or something like that. So I'd appreciate that. I really would. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, so just email me or whatever. If not, you can just do the super chat. I'd appreciate that too. Let's see. Will cruising be the last form of entertainment to come back because of COVID? Probably. I don't think there's any other way around it with everything going on, right? There's too many special interests in sports teams and everything else, like the strip clubs and all that other stuff. Too much profit to be made there. So yeah, money, interest-free loans. Yeah, everything's down to zero right now. So a lot going on. Sunny Travels, they're not pushing, but the CDC prioritizes opening all the restaurants, and that will have a bigger impact on people's lives in the cruise ship industry. I agree. No, you're right. I mean, I do think there has to be a system for all of it. There has to be some organization and a plan, right? Yeah, the restaurants should be open back up, right? Honestly, here's my thing on it. Here's my take on it. If Walmart's already open, if the malls are already open, and all these other places are already open, why can't the restaurants open back up, right? We already got this dumb rule all over, like everywhere, right? You got to wear the mask inside, like walking into the restaurant. But as long as you're sitting down, because COVID doesn't attack people sitting down, you're allowed to eat the food. You might as well just open everything back up. It defeats the purpose. So, but who am I? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't think anything is happening in the back. They have no idea when sailings will resume, but continue to tell and lead public to believe otherwise, because they need the monies. They need it. They need the money. They need it all. And again, I'm not talking about badly about the cruise lines, but let's just be real. There are probably some greedy corporate people that work for these cruise lines too. So who knows, right? But it's also part of their business model. If they don't keep having intake of money coming in, they are going to be under the sea. So they need it. It's part of the plan, guys. So do you think some cruise lines will go bankrupt? Oh yeah. And I don't mean that in a positive way. It's inevitable, guys. It's inevitable. Like if things continue this way, I had already said, at least in my opinion, I thought that if cruise lines didn't get resuming operations in April, like around springtime, we're going to see more ships being sold, and we could potentially at some point see cruise lines go bankrupt. And now it won't be the big guys, but you'll see here and there. You'll see. Let's see. Mi promo. Singapore had 50 COVID deaths. Look at curves in Germany, Italy when they started limited. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. There needs to be more communication. There needs to be more communication. Bankruptcy is definitely a possibility. Oh yeah, guys, there's going to be a whole there's either there's going to be less cruise lines or there's going to be new ones when all this is done, because there's some of these little guys and these subsidiaries that can't last anymore. The subsidiaries are being propped up right now by the main cruise lines, So potentially there may be some subsidiaries within the Carnival Corporation that are on their last leg, but the Carnival Corporation is still propping them up, because they have the money in the bank, they have the liquidity. Liquidity. Watching from the Philippines, I haven't been in the Philippines. I want to go so bad. Well, I was in where is it? Manila for like one day, but I was doing a show and it doesn't count. So thank you, Scott. Yeah, guys, if you would not mind, if you're here, make sure you smash that like button. We got 130 people here. Smash that like button. Where are we at right now? We got to get to 100. We have to. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit that like button for me, guys. I'd appreciate it. Let's see. We ain't. I like that. We ain't at the cruise buffet now because our countrymen ignored protocols on land. Blaming CDC is easier than mirror. It's not blaming the CDC. I mean, honestly, it's just all this false hope between, again, no communication between both the cruise line and the CDC. They haven't been, talkative as far as what's going on, and naturally, people are going to be pointing the finger at everybody else and each other and whatever. That's the problem. No communication, and I've been saying that since last year, probably before that. So. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. When you head to Europe, I am going to Europe. I'm buying my flight tomorrow. I'm thinking about leaving on Saturday. I'm not gonna tell you guys the exact plan because right now I don't want to say sneak. I'm working on a visa right now, but if I don't get it in time, I gotta find a loophole basically to get into France. Because right now you can only go in there through the European Union, and thankfully at least one side of Ireland is the European Union. So if everything works out, I got to get all my paperwork done, pictures, show them that I've been in a relationship. I got Lauren, my girlfriend, had to give me an invite, a letter of invitation, and all that, sign it, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So I wouldn't say sneak in. I filled out the proper paperwork, and I'm gonna get the COVID test and all that. So yeah, I'm planning on leaving Saturday. So probably Saturday through Monday, I won't be doing any video uploads, or probably I'll be doing a vlog on my other channel showing you guys like the process if you guys want to see it. Me getting potentially over to France. I hope so because I don't want to get stuck somewhere. Let's see. I've been following you since a year now, and you've been really informative. Can't wait to get back on board. I can't wait to get back on board either. I don't mind the informational stuff, but I want to get on board and do some cool stuff. That's the reason I started this channel. Well, that and I want to encourage people to travel. I think the world would be a better place if people traveled. So that's my main focus. Let's see. Do you think spa will be last to come back on ships? I did mention that in a lot of my videos at the beginning. I could see that being a problem. I mean, obviously, if you're somewhere where you're going to be getting back rubs and stuff, like they may close down the spa, unless this whole thing kind of blows over. Let's see here. Sorry guys, I'm playing catch up. There's a lot of messages coming in. Let's see. Jay, there's no wall between the north and south of Ireland. Believe me. I mean, I've been there. I don't mean wall. I mean, there's just a whole idea with the Brexit and everything going on. I don't mean a physical wall. Trust me, I've been there more times than I should have. Let's see. And my friends, they live over in Belfast, and then I got other friends in Newry, and yeah, so I've been there. Let's see. It's the free traffic and free flow. EU commissions tried to build a wall, but Irish government won't let them have it. Yeah, what I'm just saying is there's a big issue going on between the two right now, and the Brexit, all that stuff is a problem right now. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I don't mean there's like a physical wall. Let's see. That's not for me. Yikes. Selling sizzle and no steak. I like that. I've never heard that before. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the cruise lines, they got to do what they got to do. They got to do what they got to do. That's it. Let's see. Sunny Travels. If you don't want to die in a car crash, don't die. If you don't want to die from COVID, don't go outside. I agree. I mean, guys, the big takeaway for me when it comes to all of this, right? The way I see it, and this is what really bothers me about the entire situation, right? There's been no organization. And the backlash of locking down is going to be far worse than what we're going to be dealing with this virus. I don't care what anybody says. At least from what we've all seen so far and observed, right? I get it's a deadly virus, potentially, right? Depending on the strain and your age and your health and how it hits you, right? But the fact of the matter is, right, you got to understand how all of it happens. When you take people away from jobs, right, they lose money. When they lose money, they go homeless. When they go homeless, they get desperate. When people get desperate, they start doing things like taking stuff by force. And if they have somebody that's trying to stop them, they will harm them, which means more people will get killed. More people will kill themselves. There will be food shortages. There will be anarchy all over the place. That's what will happen. That is what will happen. You see people already losing their minds with all these riots and stuff that's been going on. People have nothing better to do, and a lot of people are just desperate and they have no way. It's like if you go to the hood or the projects, a lot of people try to blame, oh, well, those people need to work harder. No, if you grow up and you're poor, and the only way you're gonna make ends meet is selling dope on the corner and robbing people, that's you got to get it how you live it. I guess that's the truth. My faith, I have to take the shot to sail. Yep. Give me a second. Come to Florida, everything is open. That's how it's been. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. It really is. Like, I mean, I live here. I live right by the bars and clubs and stuff. They're packed all the time, every single day. I totally agree with you with the restaurants with the mask. It just doesn't make sense. Tried Brown. What you got for me now? Let's see. The CDC bash stuff is easy. Go back and recycle your crew videos. I'm sure you have content that would spice up your channel. That was a good niche. Rework it. I feel like you have a problem with me, I guess. You've been in my comment section for the past couple of days. I mean, anyway, look, if you want to come on here with a live, I'm on Livestream. I can send you the link right now, and you can state your case on how you feel about all this. And if you have a problem with me, I'm all for having a debate. I'm all for it. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just talking about the reality of the situation. And because my perspective is different from you, doesn't mean I'm wrong. So, yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to stick around. If you don't like the content, you don't have to watch. It's not that complicated. So, yeah. And I don't talk about the niche that you talk about because I'm not working on the ship anymore. Welcome to life. We got to move forward. Anyway, that was fun. But seriously, if you want to come on, let me know. I'll send you the link right now. You can come on here and state your case to my entire, like, everybody watching. Let's see. The thing that doesn't make sense to me is that NYC Indoor Dining is banned, but you can eat inside tents, yeah, outside on the street. Isn't it the same as eating inside? It's the same thing here. Well, not even. No, we can eat inside. No, it is kind of weird. It is. It is. I don't know. Let's see. Have you all noticed that they have a lot of sales on cruise? Yeah, they're everywhere. Sales on cruises, but you're still booking more than usual. Prices are sky high and reduced by 30%. Guys, I mean, these things are everywhere, right? I thought it was just me. I've been getting these little like notifications everywhere about cruises. What time is it, guys? Let me just check. Oh, okay. It's 52. We got like 8 minutes. I'm cool with that. Let's see. They need to sell the small ships first if needed. Yeah, they probably will. They probably will. I think everybody knows that. Let's see. Carnival pumping major dollars into new Miami terminal for celebration. Yeah. It's gonna be really, really cool. I can't wait to see it. Can you share a funny or crazy port story? Well, I mean, the only ones that are meant to be told are the pier runners. I mean, back when I was working on the Escape, like, guys, this is a weekly thing. Like, we'd be in Bermuda, we'd be in St. Kitts. There were always pier runners or people that would be there at the last possible second. And I remember it was somebody, they were getting ready to close up the gates, and we were just kind of sitting outside waiting for the ship. Well, we were up on what we call deck A, so you can kind of see what's going on. And there was a girl, right? They were getting ready to lock up because the ship was getting ready to set sail. Last person, you can see her like just kind of waving her arms around, yelling, "Don't leave me! You can't leave me! It's against the law!" Blah 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 blah. Right? And she ended up getting left. She ended up getting left. They wouldn't let her on board because they had already put up all the rope and everything. And you could just hear her like from far away. She's just yelling and screaming, and it was all her fault. So, guys, if you should know when to be back to the ship. Don't miss the ship. Don't miss the boat because it will leave you. All right, let's see. Where am I at? Sorry, guys. I gotta try to retract this stuff. Guys, I'm missing out on a lot of comments. How did I get so far behind? I gotta just kind of bash through these. Sorry, guys. I'm trying my best to get through all of these comments. Shenzhen is closed to international travel. Yeah, exactly. There's always exceptions to the rules. There are people that still been getting in and out. Trust me. You only need a non-EU country to drive or train a France, no border control. Yeah, I know. Well, so the original, which I was thinking about taking it originally, because like when my girlfriend before she was in the UK, that's when I went to go see her. There is the Eurostar that people are taking. That's one of the loopholes. So people will fly to London, right, and then take the Eurostar over to Paris. But I'm not trying to go to Paris because I would assume they have the most security. I'm going to a smaller airport. I'm not going to tell you guys which one because somebody could be listening and they're trying to catch me. So, yeah. Royal Caribbean and NCL have regular meetings with the CDC, but I found Carnival doesn't collaborate. Doesn't like the fact that Royal Caribbean and NCL are sharing stuff. Yeah, they're teaming up with the Healthy Sail Panel. Maybe, you got to think. It's like there's Carnival is number 1, and Royal Caribbean and NCL are 2 and 3. So maybe they don't want to hang out with the number 1 seed. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully, you can get a direct flight to Europe instead of all these layovers whatsoever gets you there. Well, you can't fly directly over there. The only way I can is if the French consulate gets back to me and gives me. It's called a laissez-passer. It's like a document. We call it LP, right? It's a document that allows me to get there. I might have it before I leave, but if I don't, I gotta like kind of maneuver around. But I'm gonna buy the ticket anyway just to kind of play it safe. It only makes sense. Let's see. Can you get married virtually like I've seen done? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No, why? No, I couldn't do that. No organization, no consistency. Exactly. I agree. Hey, where'd that girl go that I'd have to like kind of set straight? Because she was she doesn't like me. Guys, y'all saw that? Somebody like what did I do? I mean, given you're not going to be liked by everybody. That's just a fact of life. But what did I do to she's been in my comments for the last couple of days, whoever that is. I think it's a lady. But yeah, anyway. Let's see how we managed to get to France, as our country doesn't accept people abroad. They accept people coming in from the European Union. So if I'm at a country from the European Union, and also if I'm able to get the visa, the laissez-passer, it allows me to be able to go there, which I've already taught. I'm talking to the French consulate right now. Everything works out. I should be able to have it before I leave, which will allow me to get direct access into France with no problem whatsoever. So yeah, I mean, my girlfriend that I've been with for years, and we've proven it already. We got plenty of documentation. There's a lot of like things you have to fill out. Like I have to have gone to France twice within the past couple of years, which I have. I have documentation of it and plane tickets to validate that I've been there. So yeah, I can get in there if everything works out. Vegas is open. Yeah, Vegas is open. Too bad the U.S. isn't doing anything like the rest of the world, helping people who have lost income. Welcome to America. People call it the greatest country in the world. No, America is a good place to make money if you have the means to do it. And let's say if you want to be an entrepreneur, America is a good place if you want to make money. It's a better place if you already have money. That's it. That's America for you. Other than that, the system's rigged. Let's see. Do you think NCL Pride of America will be one of the first ships to sail? Nah. Once CDC gives approval, COVID numbers are the lowest here, and tourists have already. Yeah, but that's because they're extremely strict. They're not going to be quick to do it. I can promise you that. Jay, it seems either way to shut down everything and keep everything open, all or nothing. I agree with you. I just think there needs to be like we got to figure it out. So I don't know. Oh, there she is. Yeah, no, you know I love you. I think you are leaving product on the shelf. What does that mean? You're saying that I like to talk about more content? Yeah, I will. But this is what's going on right now. I mean, I'm expanding my channel. It's one step at a time. You got to understand, like, it's just me, right? I have my team and stuff, like, I got my moderators, Scott and Diane and Rob, but right, it's one step at a time, okay? Like the cruise news obviously is a working formula, and it's like I make little changes here and there. It's a channel, it's a brand at the end of the day, and I try to go convert back to my original formula, but I'm also not working on the ship anymore. So, and the topic obviously of discussion would be this shutdown. That's just how it is. Let's see. Yep, oh, that's not for me. Okay. Port Miami is paying Carnival or Carnival Terminal on front end. Carnival pays a share over a long term with guaranteed customers. Huh. That's interesting. So Jay, I love your content. Keep it going. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Tony also says Florida is wide open, which I find crazy. Yeah, I live in Florida. I live in Tampa. We have the Super Bowl here. Literally over 1 million people are going to be here this weekend. It doesn't make sense to me. And then they're gonna come here, right? And then they're gonna go home with nothing, no repercussions, not repercussions, but you get the idea. They don't even have to get a COVID test to go back home. I just came from NYC. Oh yeah, it's snowing over there. Oh yeah, thank you for letting her know that. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, Chide Brown, I guess that's how you pronounce your name. Yeah, so if you see this, he said, when I get back on the ships, I'll be making content for the channel. Jay isn't leaving anything on the shelf. It's cool. Guys, it's just, the channel's going to go in phases, right? The cruise news is what's here right now. That's what's being talked about, right? I'm going to get back to the ship life stories. I'm going to get back to talking about what it's like living and working on cruise ships. But for now, this is what's happening. That's just the fact of the matter, guys. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't. You got to think, I did it for years. Like over a year, I still talked about this stuff, and my views were not that great. It's not that I just care about the views, but the reach wasn't where I'd like it to be. But obviously, what I'm doing is working. The views and the subscribers do they validate that. So guys, we gotta keep with working, make little changes here and there. What's that, Luis? I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry, but Luis Lenthier. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate it. It's a good show. Hope your love life goes great with your girlfriend. I do too. I really do. I miss her. I'm telling you, I miss my little croissant. I miss her. Let's see. Can't wait to get to NCL since you mentioned the Oreo cheesecake. Guys, when you get on NCL ship, the cheesecake is fire. It is amazing. So try it if you get on there. What about your girlfriend coming here? Call it a business trip. No, so worst case scenario for her, we were just going to meet in Mexico. I was going to fly her out and have her come to Mexico and meet her there. Or she also has, so technically since she was working in the UK when I went over there to visit her, she's allowed to go back to the United Kingdom. And I'm allowed to go to the United Kingdom. So we got other options. But right now with her job and the lockdown, she's staying in France with her family. So I'm just going to try and get in there first. And if it doesn't work out, we'll figure it out from there. Has anyone used your exclusive audio insiders and not given you credit? I come across it every now and then. It's rare. Like I don't really search for it. So if I find it, I find it. If I don't, I don't. But no, not really. All right, guys, I'm gonna get on this last stuff, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I gotta go actually go see my dad, and I got a couple of things I gotta take care of before I head out on probably Saturday. The flight I looked at was on Saturday or Sunday, so I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. Jay, you need to marry that girl and bring her back to the U.S. Yeah, I should have done that a year ago, to be honest with you. So yeah, we'll see. This is like an international love story. It's gonna be great. So we'll see. Let's see. Jay, thanks for sharing with us. You're awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I appreciate all the support, guys. This trip is gonna be stressful and scary. So hopefully things work out. I don't get stuck in Europe somewhere. Hopefully I'm able to actually make it to France, and we can go from there. We'll see. Oh, yeah. God, what am I doing? Guys, I'm sorry. Today is Diane's birthday. Diane is a good friend of mine. She's a moderator for the channel. Guys, make sure you wish Diane a happy birthday. And hopefully she is getting drunk or whatever she's doing. I don't know. I hope she's enjoying her day. I really do. Oh, excuse me. Maybe it's a good thing that the Bucks made Super Bowl since half the fan base doesn't have to travel from outside. Yeah, it's a Super Bowl. People are going to travel. People are going to travel. So everything is in Texas is open too. Huh. Okay. So yeah, let's see. You better be able to fly out before Monday because think about all the people leaving Tampa in the Super Bowl. Yeah, and prices are going to be at a premium. So yeah, I mean honestly, I think the prices aren't going to be too bad because I'm leaving as opposed to coming back. So I should be good. Yeah, guys. So how many likes did we get? Guys, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button on the way out. Let me refresh this page. Did we even get 100 today? Are we really stuck at 41? Let me see. Give me a second. Oh, okay. We did get 100. All right. Thank you, guys. Oh, okay. Cool. Yes, smash that like button on the way out, guys. I will have another video or two tomorrow because there is so much news going on right now. And for some reason, I'm getting a ton of emails of inside stuff going on. I'll see what I can share with you, what I can't, because you guys know how it is. I don't want to get sued. But anyway, guys, I hope all of you are doing well. I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you so much for the support of the channel. And we'll keep it moving. I'll let you guys know what's going on with me going to Europe this weekend. So we'll figure it out. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. All right. Take it easy.